Beauty Wednesdays. I am so pumped up about today's video because I'm going to be reviewing a new launch. You guys know how much I love new launches. I just love doing reviews of new launches. So today I'm going to be actually reviewing all of the newly launched Sugar Smudge Me Not liquid lipstick. This is a new entrant in the liquid lipstick arena, and I'm going to be talking you through everything that I feel about these lipsticks. So I was sent these over, but this is not a sponsored video. It was sent over as a PR practice, just getting that out of the way, because I know you guys have always been curious about this question. So this is not sponsored. All of the opinions are mine and 100% honest as usual. So yes, these come in about 10 shades like I've told you, and this is what the packaging looks like. The packaging is strikingly similar or almost the same to what Maybelline's Lip Elixirs or Lip Pops or Lip Polishes as they're called. So Lip Velvet Mattes. So bad. But yes, the packaging is strikingly similar to that, and then there's the Sugar logo right there, and then you have the name of the liquid lipstick right here, and you have Smudge Me Not written here. You can see through the color, which is a great thing because you can instantly make out which color you want if you own more than one of these. The wand is a flat wand with a curved end. These retail for 499 rupees and have 4.5 ml of product in them, which is a very good pricing as well as sizing for the product. The outer packaging looks like this. It looks like it was made with the Prisma app because that's how the female looks. It's a cute package. I really like it. So yeah, that is that. Now I'm going to talk about the liquid lipsticks first, and then we're going to move on to the swatches. But I just want to say, if you come from the darker skin tone and you cannot relate with me, then I would highly suggest you check out Stacey's video. She's done a beautiful swatch video as well, and she swatched everything on her lips. So if you are from her skin tone, that video will really help you. I will link it in the bottom bar so that you guys can go ahead and see that. See my hi to her as well. I really enjoy her videos as well. So yeah, coming back to these liquid lipsticks. Now first things first, the texture of these isn't the most liquid or the most thick formulation. They're somewhere in between and they dry completely matte. But what I noticed was that the color of the lipstick changes when it's wet and when it's dry. It's not the same color. And that somehow was slightly, it was a point of botheration for me, because sometimes you like a color when it's wet and then it changes color. So it's little, this sort of a feeling. Secondly, it is extremely matte. When it says it's matte, it's matte. It is extremely matte. I don't know how many times I've said matte, but yes, it is pretty matte, and that's why it's slightly drying on the lips as well. This is not the most hydrating formula. It is slightly drying, so you have to apply a nice thick layer of lip balm underneath. If you don't have a nice layer of lip balm underneath, you will feel slightly, uncomfortable, and do not wear a thick layer of this because it's already drying. And layering this up would mean death for your lips, and you definitely don't want that. I'm sure you don't want that. And then this lipstick stays on me for about 4 hours, after which it started to fade from the centers, and then it was just like a line on my lips and nothing more than that. And for retouching, I wouldn't really recommend that you go over with another layer. I would highly suggest that you apply a lip balm on top and then just dab it off to get rid of the shine if you want like the matte finish of the lipstick. Then I have to say that I was slightly disappointed with the color choice. I was expecting something better, more dramatic colors, different color nudes, but there aren't any dramatic colors or there aren't any nudes. It's mostly about pinks, reds, one mauve, one orange in there, which was kind of disappointing. I was expecting better from, Sugar Cosmetics, because it is, such a modern and non-conservative makeup company. I was expecting better colors from their side. I hope they introduce more colors in this liquid lipstick range soon, because these are completely transfer proof. Like, they are transfer proof. If you have a coffee or something, you wouldn't see a stain on your cup, which is what liquid lipstick dreams are made of. So yes, that was my review for the liquid lipsticks. And now coming down to the swatches, I'm gonna go in the order in which the liquid lipsticks are named. Which also reminds me, it's very cute that they've named their liquid lipsticks in a rhyming way, like Tangerine Queen, Sauve Mauve, in a rhyming way. It's very cute, shows a little bit of thought that has gone into the naming and everything, which I always appreciate. I appreciate small little details. That is what I live for. So yes, the order in which the lipsticks are numbered are not by colors or by shades or by the darkness of it. I think it's completely random. So yes, I'm gonna go from 1 to 10. let's go into the swatches. Alright, so the first shade is Brazen Raisin. This is what it looks like. It's slightly like a reddish brown color. You can say a brick sort of a color. Really beautiful. It would complement people from all skin tones. For people who are pale, it would be like a very pretty brown color, and for people who are on the deeper side, it will be just like an MLBB shade for you guys, which I really like. It's a very pretty color again. Next up, I have the shade Brink of Pink, which is a blue based pink. A very pretty color again, nothing unique still, which I find kinda, you know, but yes, it is a pretty color. I have to admit that the colors are pretty but not unique. That is my main grudge. Then we have the shade Tan Fan, which I don't like. I feel some of the names in this range are sort of deceptive almost, because that's not how they look. I'm gonna say, I don't know how to put this without sounding rude or like throwing shade at the company, but I think the names could have been you know, more descriptive of the color. So this shade is called Tan Fan, but this is not a tan color. This is more like browny pink color, which is exactly not a tan color. This would suit from fair to slightly darker skin tones. Not for extremely dark people, this might wash you out a little, but yes, from fair to sort of say medium dark skin would really enjoy this color. Then next I have Plum Yum, which again is not like a perfect proper plum color. This is just like a deeper pink color. It's not a plum color, and this would suit people. Again, I think mostly all of the colors are universal in nature, so I'm not gonna keep on saying this, but yes, it's a deep pink color. Next up we have the shade Rust Lust, which is like a burnt reddish orange brown color. I think the swatches will do more justice than what I can do in describing these colors, but again, a pretty universal color. I feel this would be a really nice color for medium skin toned people. It would really suit them, and the colors are pretty wearable in this range, which is a great thing. The next color we have is Tangerine Queen, which is the only pop of bright like orange color in this range, and this is still a very wearable orange. I always get questions like how to wear orange lipsticks, so people are not comfortable in wearing orange lipsticks. This is actually a pretty good color to go for if you're scared of wearing orange lipsticks. Then I have the shade Rethink Pink, which is a beautiful bright pink color. I think again this is a pretty universal pink color, and that's why I think they have named it Rethink Pink, but still it's a mainstream pink color. Nothing too exciting about the color in itself, so just putting that out. Then we have the color Wine and Shine, which is a beautiful wine color. The only issue, however, with this is it's slightly patchy on my lips. It doesn't like go as smooth as the other colors. All of the other colors are pretty pigmented except this one. I feel this is slightly on the patchier side. You have to like really work it in to ensure that it comes off as beautiful as the other colors, which is the only bummer about this shade. Then I have the shade Sauve Mauve, which I think is my favorite from this lot. It's a beautiful mauve color. It looks very beautiful on me, but I am sure it will be washing out darker skin tones. But yes, I am expecting like a good nude range from this line in near future. Hopefully they see this video and listen to my request as well. Then lastly we have Drop Dead Red, which is like a deep red but with blue undertones and still is bright. I hope I'm getting along, like we're on the same line. I hope the swatches can explain what I'm trying to tell you through my words, which are very just weird and doesn't make sense. So yes, this is that sort of a color. It's a beautiful red color. I really enjoy a nice red, and this is one of those. So those were all of the swatches. Now coming to the final showdown of the pros and the cons. Pro number 1, the packaging is cute. Pro number 2, the pricing is really nice. Pro number 3, they're highly pigmented. Pro number 4, they dry extremely matte. Pro number 5, they are completely transfer proof. Pro number 6, they have kind of good lasting time. And yeah, those are all of the pros. So we have 6 pros. Now coming to the cons. Con number 1, they're extremely drying. Con number 2, the color range is not that amazing and you don't have like a lot of new options to try out from. There's not a color that you would think like I want this in my life because I don't have it, or no other range has it. So that is one of the cons. Thirdly, one of the shade is slightly patchy in application, which is a bummer. Fourthly, it just moves from the centers to outward. It doesn't like fade overall, but it leaves like a line, which is something I have a pet peeve against personally. But if you're fine with that, that's not a con for you then. And yeah, I think those are all of the cons. So it's 6 versus 4, so I think the weight of the pro is more than the con, and hence it wins. So overall, I would like to say it's a really nice affordable liquid lipstick, which I wish had more colors and which I wish has, you know, slightly a little bit more less non-dry, a little bit more less, wow, a little bit lesser drying properties to it, but nonetheless the formulation and the pigmentation is amazing. So if you want to try out some of the colors and you are still building your makeup kit, for a person like me who has a gazillion liquid lipsticks, there isn't something new to try out in these ones. But if you are just stepping into the makeup world, you want to try some affordable liquid lipsticks which are really matte, don't transfer, and you know, has like normal colors, then these are really good options to go for. And that is all I had to say for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Don't forget to follow me on all of my other social media, which would be listed in the bottom bar as usual for you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Till then, take care. Mwah. Bye.